Hey everybody, it's me, MiaFran again. Welcome back to my channel and to another Fruits Basket review video with Chantal. So, this actually was a pretty lighthearted episode.
It was.
Nothing too devastatingly sad.
I mean, there were some parts that were like, oh, but not for this week.
Yeah.
Which is, I told this to Mia earlier when I watched the episode. I was like, something's up. This was a little too good for this week.
Only nice things were happening.
It's like, where's the shit, man?
Where's all the bullshit going down? That's gonna be next episode. For sure.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just brace myself.
Yeah. So basically this episode again is pretty lighthearted. They went on their school trip to Kyoto.
Looks nice.
It does. And they even went to that place where you can feed the deers. Or the deer. Deer is also plural. I can't talk.
Which was really cute.
That was really
I
cute.
like how Uo-chan was like, oh, like started like catcalling Kyo.
Yeah, like she's treating him like a deer.
I was like, what the fuck is she doing? And after that, I like realized it. I was like,
yeah,
oh.
She was like teasing him. Treating him like an animal. Oh, if she only knew. Also, that part with the cat was really funny. So I was like, oh, this cat, oh, the cat's like, you know, wants to hang out with him. And then I'm like, oh my god, this cat is like...
trying to hit on him.
Yeah, like, I'm like, this cat's like in love with him. And then I thought it was really cute that like, they put the little translations of like what the cat's saying. That was kind of weird. My thing, I was like, does he know what the cat is saying? I guess he did. So he just kind of ignored it.
Yeah, I mean I don't know if you remember back in season 1 where all the like little rats were all like snuggling with Yuki up on the tree.
Yeah.
That's basically what this was.
It's kind of like, yeah, or when like Shigure like started howling with all the dogs. Like trying to call all of them. I like that they can kind of like actually communicate with like their animal
forms.
Yeah, like that's so
yeah.
Like I bet Kyo was probably like at the cat, like go away, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Sorry, kitty.
He's in love with.
I mean, yeah, he's in love with someone. Also, like I'm pretty sure he would prefer a human rather than a cat.
Yeah.
I like how he's just like, I told you, like they just kind of show up randomly.
They always
have
do.
Nothing to do with it. Yeah, they just randomly. I feel like he doesn't have like total control over like the cats. Whereas, like, Yuki, and I guess Shigure to, like, an extent from what we've seen, like, they kind of have a better control over their respective animals.
Yeah.
Since Yuki, you know, made the rats dig Toru's tent out of the dirt and stuff. So that's
pretty interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. I think those are, like, probably the only instances of that we're probably ever gonna see.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember any of the other characters interacting with like their animals like that, but it was a good episode. I mean, we learned quite a bit about Toru's feelings specifically. Like she's already kind of like questioning how she feels.
Yeah.
About Kyo. Clearly, she's kind of like, I don't really understand why I get this way when I talk to him, because she's talking about how, like, I feel really happy and excited whenever I see him. And spending time with him, like, he could just say one little thing to me and it, like, gets me really excited, and she doesn't really understand why she feels that way. But it was cute, man, seeing that, that part where he asks her, like, oh, hey, like, what's the matter? When she pulls on his shirt to, like, stop him. And it, like, turns all, like, dramatic and stuff. He's like, what's wrong? And he, like, grabs her hand. That was really cute.
This was also in the trailer.
That was in the trailer. I've been like not paying attention to these trailers because I just feel like it spoils everything.
Yeah, it wasn't. As someone who like knows nothing about this, you remember every little thing that you saw in the trailer. So yeah, this was in the trailer, as well as Toru's line saying, "Will he leave me eventually?" Like that too.
Oh yeah,
that was like a major thing in the trailer.
I mean, that could be foreshadowing.
It is. I was like,
ooh,
girl.
Because, you know, he's already made up his mind in terms of like what he's gonna do in the future and whether he's gonna be with her or not, and he's already chosen no. So
Yeah. If only she knew what he already has his mind set up on.
yeah, it was nice when she was like worried about him when like they couldn't find him because that one random girl like went to go like confess to him, and she was kind of like, oh no, like where does he go? Like where did he go? And Yuki's just like, don't worry about it. Like he's not gonna accept this girl's feelings. So like you can kind of tell like where everyone's feelings are starting to lie. And it's interesting how much like Yuki and Kyo actually know about each other, but they've been spending so much time together that I feel like it's hard for them not to understand each other so well. I guess it's because, as we've discussed before, like they also want to be like each other. Because even Yuki mentions it in the episode, like, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, like, I'm not even that popular, like, Kyo's the popular one.
Yeah, they show like different parallels between the two, which was pretty interesting, because we know how both of them already feel about each other.
Yeah.
And are kind of like, basically, they wish that they were in that position instead. But Kyo being confessed to, I did not expect that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that happening. Again, it's been a long time.
And the girl basically saying, oh my gosh, you're always getting in the way to like Uo-chan. I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh no.
That's just like, it's clear you like him too, and then both of them are like, no, you're far from the truth.
They're like,
They're
ew, gross.
They're way too similar.
Yeah. Speaking of Uo-chan, she had a little bit of a moment with her line too at the beginning. That was sad. Whenever she like said what she did in this episode, I was like, ooh. So we also learned that Toru that hasn't told her yet that her Kurono is actually the Kurono that she knows. She's like, I just can't find the right time. And I'm like, girl, then when is the right time?
I know, it's like, Toru, just tell her. I mean, we saw in the last episode, like, he took her contact info, so...
I guess he hasn't said anything either.
He has it. He just hasn't used it yet. And it was good to, like, see everybody kind of interact and hang out on their trip, because you don't usually like see that kind of stuff, at least with like the whole group. I like that they can all be friends with each other and hang out, even though I feel like, especially like at the very beginning where like Uo and Hanajima are more, it's like, no, those are just, they're Toru's friends, they're not really friends with like everyone else. But now they're all like in their own group with Kyo and Yuki, and
it's been a while since they've all been together like this. I think the last time they hung out with it like this was when they went to go out to eat together, I think. When they were picking the swimsuit for Toru. That was the last time that I remember.
And that was like in season 1.
Yeah, it's been a good minute.
Yeah, so I like seeing that they're all becoming friends with each other. Because, you know, you want to have that group, and it always feels good to, like, you know, add to the group, especially when it's people you, like, really trust. I like watching them all hang out together, because you can kind of relate, you know, it's like, oh, I remember having a group like that. We would go and do stuff together and just hang out.
I was not allowed to do stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a very strict mother. But now, unfortunately, she does not give a fuck when it comes to my younger siblings, and I'm like, what the fuck? I missed out, but that's okay.
You learn with the older kids, I guess.
Yeah.
So I really like seeing when everybody's together in this show.
It's nice.
It is really nice. It's it's super wholesome, especially because like it takes away from all the worry about all the other stuff going on in the background.
Which is something Toru does say at the beginning of the episode. She's like, I've been so worried that I forgot about the school trip.
Yeah. Even Kyo forgot about the school trip.
Kyo was like, yeah, that's to be expected of Kyo.
Yeah. But yeah, I like how Toru was like, oh, where are you going, Yuki? Like, what kind of trip are you going on? He's like, a school trip? Did you forget we were going on a school trip? She's like, oh my god.
And then Shigure, oh my gosh, fucking Shigure be in this episode like smacking Kyo with the book, meaning like, you idiot, you don't understand.
School trips are like where everybody can hook up.
Confess their love. I was like, Jesus Christ, Shigure.
Which, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Half their classmates were all like, oh my god, who's gonna get confessed to next?
Especially Kyo's little friends. They were
Oh,
like
yeah.
so into it. I'm like, what
his
the
stupid,
fuck?
his dumb friends.
Speaking of dumb friends, we got to see Yuki being all sleepy and grumpy. He
Yeah,
didn't want to wake up. That was kind of cute, but also like, no, he bumped his little face.
I know, his bumped his head. Of course, they have to get Manabe to come and like wake him up, and of course he does it.
By pissing him off.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a good way of showing how they have their friendship with them. Yeah, like I liked that this episode also kind of showed Yuki like being with his own group of friends like separately from the others, because it's like, yeah, he has the student council too, and at this point he basically is like, yeah, we're all friends. It's like a dysfunctional group, but we're friends.
Yeah.
I can't really see myself with anybody else in my student council group anyway. And I liked their conversation that they had, him and Manabe, because that's when you can see him actually admit like, oh, we're friends.
Even though he gets really embarrassed.
Yeah.
Really
I mean,
cute.
it's like understandable. He hasn't really had like friends before, because you know the last time he had a group of friends, they all had to get their memories erased. So
He making friends.
he is. And I liked his little, like, kind of affirmation conversation with himself, like, in his head when he's talking with Toru. And kind of, like, watching her, like you're very dear to me. So you can really see how close he feels that they are.
Yeah, he knows Toru well enough at this point that he kind of knows, like, what's going on with her. Or what she's probably thinking.
I would say at this point, they're probably, like, I would consider Yuki and Toru specifically, like, they're, like, best friends at this point now. Because they know so much about each other and how the other one thinks.
Yeah.
But, like, it's clear at this point, you know, who Toru, like, is actually, like, getting feelings for. Catching feelings for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's still completely, like, oblivious of what's happening or with her feelings, and I'm just like, girl.
Yeah, it's kind of like, dude, like, you like him.
I'm like, she's so close to figuring it out. So close, but we're not there yet, clearly. Because she kept talking about, like, how she felt really sad when they were talking up in the rooftop last time.
Yeah.
It's like, I had, like, this really pang in my chest, and then right now when he said that, with the whole confession, she's like, but I don't know why I'm feeling like this. Like, girl, I'm like, just think about it a little bit more and we'll be there. We'll be set.
Yeah.
It's really cute, though.
It is really cute, though. It's like, I like the way it's naturally progressing. Because, again, like, you can see in the episode when they're talking together and she, you know, grabs for him and he's like, oh, hey, like, what's up? Like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? I don't know. It just feels very natural and very, like, flowy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, it looks like that's meant to happen.
Yeah. Everything's falling into place slowly.
Yeah. Well, you know, while everyone else is still kind of, like, trying to figure out who they are. Because even, like, with Yuki and Manabe's conversation when they're talking about, like, Toru, Manabe's like, oh, well, you know, I've always thought she was cute. I kind of like her. Like, what are you gonna do to me?
Yuki was, like, asking a lot of questions. He's like, wait a minute, you're acting a little too interested in her. Like, what's up with you?
Yeah.
Which, like, we cannot say. I thought that was interesting.
I liked how Yuki kind of phrased everything where he's like, well, I mean, as long as you have good intentions and you're not gonna fuck anything up, I really have no say into what she tells you or what you tell her.
Or if she accepts.
You know, or if she accepts your feelings if you tell her how you feel. But if you fuck her up, if you fuck up your relationship with her and hurt her in any way, basically, he's basically saying, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He will cut a bitch.
Yeah. Which I'm like, see, that's the Yuki, that's the part of Yuki that I really enjoy and that I really like. So, like, he's becoming more...
He's very protective of her.
Yeah. He's becoming more assertive in, like, how he would react. And
he's showing his
like,
feelings a little bit more.
Yeah, and he kind of, like, he even says, you know, like, I think it's really admirable of someone to tell someone how they feel when they like someone. And that got me fucking crying too. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, because he's like, some of us can't do it for reasons. I'm just like, ugh. Don't we know it as the audience?
I really liked that it kind of came full circle almost at the end of the episode when, like, she's in her room and you kind of have an idea of what she's doing, and then Kyo is the one who, like, knocks on her door and is like, hey, like, you know, what's going on? And she's like, oh, you know, just, I've been kind of working on things. And he's like, you haven't even changed out of your school uniform yet? Like, we just got home. You don't want to relax?
And that's when we see the little Zodiac figures.
She was making the little Zodiac out of, like, you know, like the modeling clay.
It's making the little cat.
Yeah, and she was making the cat. And he sees it and he, like, blushes a little bit. He's like, oh my god, like, she's making the cat.
It's so cute.
I know, it was really cute. I was like, oh, she made the cat.
She's making the kitty feel included.
And I like that he even knew. He was like, you're gonna buy Zodiac figures, right? And she's like, how did you know?
She's like, I haven't even said anything. He's like, well, it's you.
He's like, that's what you're gonna get though, right? She's like, yeah. See, they know her better than she knows herself at this point, the two of them. Yuki and Kyo know her, like, so well. That, like, they don't even have to really, like, say anything. Like, they already know how to, like, calm her down or comfort her when she's, like, freaking out about something. They've all gotten really close with each other in a pretty short amount of time. I mean, they live together, so...
It has been a year.
Understandable, yeah. I mean, if you spend that much time with somebody, you kind of really get to understand how they think. But it was a cute episode, man. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Other than, it was good. It's doing a lot of foreshadowing.
With, Machi?
Yeah, oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that was, interesting, where he's like, oh, do you guys want anything? And she's like, no, I don't want anything.
But he still comes back with the souvenir.
Comes back with his leaf.
Which I was like, a leaf? But she looks like she appreciates it.
Yeah, because he's like, well, it just kind of appeared in front of me, and I thought it was really beautiful, so... Here, I know you said you didn't want anything, but I thought you might like it. And the way she holds it up, too, and the way it, like, the pose that she's doing, and the way it, like, framed that whole shot...
It was really pretty.
It was really pretty, so, like... At this point, it's kind of like we're also already, like, getting more foreshadowing or, like, pushing into more of what's to come in terms of, like, who else we're gonna focus on as characters in relationship, or, like, in terms of, like, their relationships with other characters. And if you looked up spoilers, then you already know where this is all going.
Yep.
But please don't spoil in the comments. I think that's all I gotta say. So the next episode, I still have it up here, is called Wanna Kiss? And it's Hatsuharu that reads the title card, so sure. I mean, if any of these Soma boys were like, wanna kiss, I'd be like, I'm down. But don't be fooled, it's a cute title, but some bad, sad stuff's about to happen.
Oh no.
This is where we're getting into the darker kind of stuff. If this is going where I think it's going, and I'm pretty sure. We're gonna be seeing some flashbacks.
Yeah.
That will not always be good flashbacks. So be prepared. Get your tissues ready, everybody.
Well, I can't wait for next week then.
Yep. And speaking of next week, it's gonna be on Chantal's channel.
It is.
So please go subscribe to her for our weekly video or bi-weekly videos on her channel, as well as some other cool stuff
that we're doing.
Yeah, that she talks about and that we talk about on her channel as well. So thank you guys so much for listening and commenting. Please let us know what you thought in the comments about this episode and the things happening in it. You know, it was a pretty drama-free episode. So again, get ready for some more drama in the next few episodes, I assume. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Hit the bell icon, especially if you're interested in live streams, because we're going to be live streaming every other week until Mr. Love is over. So, yeah, hit the bell icon so you know when I go live. But thanks for joining me once again, Chantal.
No problem. It's fun as always.
Yes, it's always fun to discuss our favorite animal people. But we'll see you guys next time, so have fun, stay safe, and yeah, again, we'll see you in the next video. So, goodbye!
Bye!